Sorry, this live is going to be a little bit late tonight, a little bit later than I like to go live. Um, kind of felt like going live. Kind of felt like I had some things I wanted to throw out there. And going to give it a few minutes, see if anyone shows up. I do know that people watch my lives after the fact, so I kind of don't worry if I do them in the middle of the night. I do know there's people on the other side of the world that watch them. And that's always encouraging to know that other people are checking out my work. I'm going to give it a few minutes and see if anyone else gets in here. Excuse me. Sorry, my bad. Someone is watching Desert Wolf, Benjamin Payne. How you guys doing? Thank you for stopping in. I wanted to do a live sometime this week, and I just kind of had tonight. This pocket of time kind of opened up, and so I figured I'd go for it now. And a lot of people who follow my channel will catch it later. I'm not too concerned about that. 7 p.m. Wednesday in New Zealand. Benjamin, thank you. Thank you for tuning in from New Zealand. Thank you, DWA, from wherever you are. Y'all stop by Desert Wolf's website, YouTube channel. Pick up one of these nifty hats. As a matter of fact, hang on. There, I think we've got this going the right direction tonight. What say you, Desert Wolf? Yeah, I'm gonna do as many of my lives in my Desert Wolf hat as I can. Hey Patrick, good to have you here. Desert. Okay, you sent me a video. That's what that was. Thank you. Definitely interested in what kind of luck you're having out there. I found a ringneck snake and a plain-bellied water snake on my front porch tonight. So the humidity was kind of up here, and it's kind of nice to see reptiles moving. I wish my foot wasn't hurting. I'd have got out tonight. Little Pygmy's still doing well, DWA. Right on, Benjamin, man. I like connecting with people, especially people from all over the world, and I definitely appreciate the friendships that I formed with people through the YouTube community versus like what you have, like on Facebook, Instagram. I mean, those relationships are valuable too. But I definitely appreciate the YouTube community. Patrick's Ark. I don't think I've seen the shout out you gave me. I'm going to go back and look at your channel in a bit. Chris Osborne Adventures. My gosh. I'm glad you showed up, Chris. I was just thinking about you the other day. Chris is a buddy of mine from down under, and he has shot some amazing footage down in Australia, and he does nature videos. And I definitely recommend you check out Chris Osborne Adventures channel for just wildlife scenery, native plants, native animals, some storytelling, a mix of things. Yeah, Lou, it is late to be up. It's 2:04 here. I'm not sure if you're in my time zone. I was thinking you might be. But whether you are or whether you aren't, it's still too late to be up. I my gout's still kind of doing a number on me, so that's kind of kept me at home. Out looking for lutosis, never a bad thing to look for, Desert Wolf. I will have to check out that video you sent me in a minute. But and Patrick, yeah, you're back east. It's 3 o'clock where you are. I do appreciate the shout out, Patrick. I will go back and check it out. I'm a little bit behind this week. I've been kind of tied up with stuff at home. I'm also trying to clear my cameras and my phones of excess footage, and some of that footage is over a year old. My next video will probably be my last herping trip of 2020. I want to say it was shot in October of 2020. That's probably going to be the next one that I work on outside of like shorts and things. But I'm trying to get all the footage like off my cameras, off my cell phones and things and stuff, before like data cards become corrupted and things like that. So I've kind of been busy working on that this week, and that's why I haven't really got around to doing much of anything outside of shorts. Brad Clark, glad to have you in the house. Found a spec. Man, specs are good to find. Specs are good things to find. Definitely would like to find one of those myself in the wild someday. I know where I can find dozens in captivity, so heck, there's no challenge in that. But Lou, hope you're having a good time wherever you're at, buddy. I knew you were going to be out in the center of the country sometime around now, or you'd have planned to, and hope if you're there, you're having a good time and having some good luck. Because the weather's been fairly decent down here in Oklahoma. I found some of my target species, pygmy rattlesnakes, cottonmouths, things like that. The things I'm going looking for have kind of been popping out. I wanted to take this chance to elaborate in a live stream about a joke I've been making. It's a joke that's in poor taste. So I'm going to explain it a little here, and so hopefully if it ever comes up again, someone drops them the link to this video. You know how in snake ID groups, people always say, "Leave the king snakes alone. They eat the venomous snakes. They eat the bad snakes. They're the good snakes." On Snakes on the Plains videos, I've kind of been dropping some cheeky comments about you should kill all the king snakes because they eat the good venomous snakes. And anyone that knows me knows I'm joking. They know I love all snakes. They know that I'm not killing king snakes. I was just being stupid. A few people have unfriended me on Facebook, and I'm like, that's right, Desert. All snakes are good snakes, even the venomous eating king snakes. But I just kind of thought I'd reverse that logic and play around a little on Snakes on the Plains channel. And he thought it was funny, but he knows I'm joking. So anyone who doesn't know I'm joking, please know I am joking. I love Lampropeltis. I love finding king snakes. I love finding milk snakes. I rarely find milk snakes. There are people in this state who have got it down to a science. I am not one of them. And it's kind of a little jab at them off to the side because all they look for, some of my friends, all they look for is milk snakes. Whereas me, all I look for are croats. And it gets into this, croats versus lamps argument that's been a lot of fun over the years. Hi, Iron Dog. Man, I've been meaning to catch up with you, Iron. I've been wanting to check up with you, see how things are going. Appreciate you stopping in tonight. Benjamin Payne, that sounds like a good thing. Desert, cottonmouths do stink like copperheads. I do think the musk is similar to cucumber or something of that nature. Once again, you're never going to smell that unless you're messing with them in captivity. So I've got a friend who has some copperheads and cottonmouths, and I was thinking about kind of doing like a video on that because they do have this unique smelling musk. And I'm not trying to propagate what is seen by as an urban legend by many, but anyway, I might do a video on that. Two Metal for you. So good to see you tonight. Been meaning to catch up with you. It's just been a crazy busy week. I've been trying to focus on housework and business work and agreements and contracts and things this week. Yeah, I've been trying to make myself do the things that I need to do to make money. Life is not all a game for me. I do wish it was, but I've trying to be a little more focused, and so my actual next solid YouTube video might be delayed a week or two. That's just going to happen. Sorry. Hope you all enjoyed Backyard Wildlife. Even though that video was not as high quality as I wanted it to be, that was probably one of the favorite projects I've worked on, and it took a lot of work. So I definitely appreciate each and every one of you that checked that out. To catch anybody up that's coming in late, I do not kill king snakes. I do not kill milk snakes. That is a Croats versus Lamps joke, and it's something that's just kind of, you know, more of an Oklahoma thing. I'll say that. In Oklahoma, you got two kinds of field herpers: the kind that go after croats, the kind that go after lamps. There's a handful of them out there that just go for whatever or target hognose or water snakes. But it was just a stupid joke I made on Snakes on the Plains channel. Give Snakes on the Plains channel some love and likes. He's doing some great work. That's Nathan down there, and down there in southern Oklahoma, and he gets into Texas. A lot of great videos. Yeah, and I can answer that for you. To Metal Desert does know what they smell like from experience. He's been around some. I've been around some, and it recently hit me that their musk, both cottonmouths and copperheads, does have a distinct smell, and I see how some people could link that to cucumber. That would be probably be the closest thing I would rank it to. So anyway, having said that, we'll move on. But if you hear something about me killing king snakes, it's a joke. It's a demented, warped B grade humor kind of joke. I don't really kill king snakes, and I don't run over prairie king snakes or speckled king snakes, and it's just some stupid stuff we got into. Thank you, Benjamin. I appreciate you letting me know that you're watching, listening. Appreciate Chris from being here from Australia. Check out Chris Osborne Adventures, Benjamin. He makes some amazing videos of hiking, nature trails, things like that. Yeah, Two Metal, you've always been a night owl, and it's good to see you at night. Let's see. Like I said earlier, I'm kind of trying to clear video files off my cameras and stuff. I don't mean to like dredge up something I may have covered before or on another channel. But last year, last May, I lost my father, and he was the last parent I had alive. And I interestingly enough, took a lot of video of him, of our conversations and things like that. I don't think he knew I was doing it, but I did that before he got really, really bad. And so the project that I'm working on this week is kind of compiling all that and getting that on my external hard drives, getting that on my private channel. I'm not going to release that video. That's just going to be for me personally. But I'm definitely, I want to work on that and get that knocked out this week. It's just been heavy on me. It's like I got to do something before like my phone gets zapped or before my camera gets a card corrupted. Paul DePrizio. Paul, always good to see you jump in here, man. How is it out west? Been a while since I've seen you, Paul. I need to check by your channel. Yeah, Benjamin, some of my friends knew about it more than others. Yeah, Paulie D, man, that's what we're going to start calling them. Paulie D's in the house. Um, hey, Lawrence, good to have you here. Chris, gotcha. Yeah, that's me. It's like when I saw my dad going downhill, I kind of thought about, I thought he was going to make it another 2 years, and he wound up making it about 6 months. And I'm definitely glad I got some footage of him. I just want to make sure I get that all saved and archived and stored in multiple places. I've got it backed up to the cloud right now, and I don't trust that alone with something that important. I do have some. I do have some. I think some good footage coming up. You guys are gonna like, and definitely got some videos I'm working on. I've got like a last herping trip of 2020. I've got a baby croats video that I'm working on. I think you guys will enjoy that. Got some cute little baby croats that I think a lot of my hardcore followers are going to be into that. Homestead Aquarius, good to see you here. Glad you stopped by. I did want to touch on something, and this is a little controversial, but this is something that's kind of been on my head as well. And I had a friend that actually went herping with another a guy I used to be friends with. I'll say this, and we we basically had a discussion a few years back about the United States. The United States federal government has a bureau called the Wildlife Services, and they trap, poison, and shoot. In 2014, it was over 2.7 million animals in the United States of America. The killing included 322 gray wolves, 61,702 coyotes, 580 black bears, 305 mountain lions, 796 bobcats, 454 river otters, almost 3,000 foxes, over 1,300 hawks, almost 23,000 beavers. And the program also killed 16,000 black-tailed prairie dogs and destroyed 33,000 of their dens. And this is these stats come from the Centers for Biological Diversity. I'm not saying that I am like endorsing that organization or anything. They do some things I don't like, don't agree with. But what I found is knowing some of their biologists from years back, it seems like when they put together research like that, they're pretty accurate on those numbers. So in 2014, you have 2.7 million animals being killed in 2014, and our tax dollars paid for it. Now, once again, not wanting this to turn into a big political this candidate versus that candidate kind of discussion, but should our government be paying people to kill wildlife? My short opinion on the matter is no, they should not. Doug, good to see you. Um, Good to have you in the house tonight. Let me get that going. Guys, just be aware that if you use profanity, I don't care, but I have to stop for a moment and show your comment because I guess it hides it automatically. Oh Lord. I noticed that a lot of times profanity is not even shown up in my comments or it gets held for review, like on my videos. So I'm not gonna tell you to watch it. I'm just gonna say, that's one extra step for me. But Doug, good to have you. Lawrence, good to have you. I want to say Lawrence popped in here. Lawrence, always good to see you. Man, Lawrence, did you have fun with the turtle video the other night? Man, wasn't that a blast? I've got a video on my channel of two box turtles mating, and it was actually filmed at the Knoxville, Tennessee Zoo in 2016, 2017. And it's just kind of a funny video why that thing hasn't taken off. Just for the comedic value of it, I do not understand. But I was in another chat room or another channel with Lawrence the other night, and they were playing some of my videos, and I appreciate that. I appreciate different audiences supporting my channel and at least giving me a chance. Give me a chance to entertain you. And everybody got a big kick out of like my box turtle video. It was one of the first videos I made on my channel, so go back and sort by oldest. And I may put up some links to that in this live description after I'm done. But it's just been a week where I've kind of had to adult pretty hard. I've had some contracts sitting on my desk that I keep putting off, and it's like, if I want to get paid, I need to get those things done. So I've been trying to get those things done and trying to not worry about herping and going and filming things. Although I really do need to get out of here because this is like one of the last stretches of weather I think that we're going to have that's going to be good. In Oklahoma, in the summertime, when it gets really hot, if it gets really hot, a lot of our snakes estivate, and that's kind of like a summertime brumation. They go back underground to get cool, because once the temperatures start getting up around 100 degrees plus during the day, a lot of the water dries up. Things just kind of get on the down low, and it's really hard to find a lot of anything. Like, you'll find copperheads and maybe some water snakes at like 2 or 3 in the morning when you're night cruising. It's like things don't really, when in the middle of a hot Oklahoma summer, it seems like things don't get moving till later and later. Like, you get 3 or 4 or 5 in the morning. And anyway, I need to get my business done so I can get back out there, literally. Do any of you guys do photography? Let me know in the comments. Let me know after the video if no one in here is heavily involved in photography. Because I've got a Sony a6000, and I'm looking at getting rid of my kit lens, or actually acquiring a new macro lens. Kind of what I'm trying to do is close-ups of primarily venomous snakes. Benjamin Payne, thank you for letting me know that. And what I'm finding is the kit lens that's with my Sony a6000, which is a fairly decent camera. It's not like top-of-the-line pro grade, but it's pretty good. I'm kind of like having some struggles getting the autofocus to go where I need it to, and you don't always have long to photograph a snake, so I'm definitely wanting to have some photography discussions coming up over the next few weeks, few months, whatever. Because before I drop $1,000 on a new lens, I would kind of like to know that I can justify the purchase to the boss who is sleeping in the other room. I agree, to Metal. I know there's a conflict between cattle ranchers in the western United States that run cattle on public land. And, and they definitely have their point too. They don't want coyotes taking their animals, and it's hard for them to make a profit when they do. But something about it bothers me that we pay people to run around and shoot coyotes, and that's our tax dollars. And once again, it's not this candidate, it's not that candidate. It's happened since before Bush Jr. and continues to happen to this day. No, you're right. Black-footed ferrets use prairie dog dens, and that's one of the reasons why there's kind of, that's kind of why I wanted to bring some attention to it, because animals that are close to extinction or that are coming back from extinction. Rely on some of these animals that are being wiped by the government. I mean, like 30,000 prairie dog dens is a lot of dens to destroy. And it makes me mad as hell that our tax dollars are paying for it. And that I can only imagine the redneck yahoos that get paid to do this kind of stuff. I wouldn't doubt that, you know, some of them are biologists and some of them are well-meaning and just want a position working in the outdoors. And I also understand that there's things like, you know, nuisance bears that get too close to people or attack people. Doug, where are you at, Doug? Badger culls that still go on. I'm in Oklahoma, and in Oklahoma and Texas, we have these things called rattlesnake roundups, and they're pretty dadgum horrific. I shoot a lot of video at them to try to show people what goes on. Thousands and thousands of primarily western diamondbacks, some timbers and some prairies are collected, and they're chopped up, made into belts. The meat is sold. Scotland. Okay. Yeah, I think the English used to have fox hunts. I can't remember if those were government sanctioned or not. But hey, man, Doug, good to have you from Scotland. It's good to see me hitting some other areas of the world. Definitely glad you guys are checking into my lives. Benjamin Payne, to be honest with you, the latest version of some phones are the best way to go. The new 8K ones. Yeah, Doug, I go to those things. I go to those things to photograph them and film them. I've got another channel called Roundup Rodeo. I do not promote it because, like, virtually everything on that channel is against YouTube's terms and conditions. But yet, it's like a good vehicle to expose it. I try to put in disclaimers that, like, hey, I do not support this stuff. Some people still don't get it. But I've been to like Sweetwater, Texas, which is the big one in Texas. I've been to Mangum, Oklahoma, which is the huge one in Oklahoma. And I've literally I've seen thousands of snakes get chopped up. I've documented it all. Two Metal for You can talk about this. Before it gets away from me, Benjamin Payne. 8K phones. Are you talking about the iPhone 12s? Because I was watching videos earlier that were showing and comparing like the Sony A7 IIIR to like the iPhone 12 Pro S, and the photographs were like, so I don't want to say they were comparing how similar the photographs from an iPhone 12 Pro S were to like a Sony A7, and it was really interesting. You know how close they were, and I'm far from a professional photographer. Probably never will be a professional photographer. There's a lot of other people that do that stuff really good. Sony AX or die. I'm with you, Desert Wolf. The Sony AX, hands down. Lou also uses it too. I don't know if Lou's still with us. The Sony AX53 is an incredible video camera. And I want you all to look at the lens on this. When you shake it around, you see it kind of like balance out. It has a gimbal inside it. So you can get some really steady handheld shots with the Sony AX53. And it's a great tool, but I definitely do use my iPhone a lot more and more. A lot of the close-up stuff I shoot when I shoot Venomous, I shoot with my iPhone 11 Pro. It's very tolerable of rattlesnake venom, and then you don't get the lens scratch like with the Sony A6000, you know, kit lens. You know, a fang strike would hit that, and it would just be all over. But yeah, the new cameras attached to the new phones are virtually as good as a video camera. Some people have ridiculously expensive setups and their videos still suck. LOL. Benjamin, I agree. I don't, and that's my thing, is I don't want to be a gearhead. I'm definitely into videography and photography as a hobby. Um, if I got the chance to do it professionally, I probably would. I really like flying my drone and getting video and photos with it. But like, I own like a Sony AX53, a Sony A6000 mirrorless camera, which is kind of middle range now. They definitely have better ones. I'm sticking with my handy GoPro 8 for now for wide angle stuff. You've got a drawer full of cameras, Benjamin. We got to hook up and do like a roundhouse discussion on cameras sometime. Uh, but you know what I mean though, Benjamin. You can get like caught up in the gear and caught up in chasing technology, and still take crappy pictures. Um, exactly. Imagine just saying, yeah. And I had a timber strike my iPhone a few weeks back actually. Um, I didn't think it was going to, but I had it on a selfie stick, and and I sure didn't think he was going to hit it, but he did. So I had to clean off the I had to clean all the venom off of it. I'm washing my cell phone off in like a quick trip bathroom after herping. It was a bad deal, but it happens. And like I said, I'm down for the Sony AX53. I love this thing. It is 4K, not 8K. I would be looking to upgrade to like an 8K version of that when it comes out. That might be a little overkill, but video has kind of been where I found my niche. There's a lot of people out there that are amazing herp photographers, and I salute them. My hat's off to them. Um, I'm not trying to be the best photographer out there. I will say I'm probably trying to be the best videographer that I can be. I will say that's where I compete against myself. Yeah, I don't think YouTube can do 8K yet and carry it in full resolution. I may be wrong. Um, but and that's a good point. You don't need 8K for videos you're producing on YouTube unless you're unless you can, format it into that. Now, the one advantage, yeah, Benjamin, right on. Uh, and that's the thing, Benjamin, is when I first started working with fake 40. I agree. Desert 60 frames per second is important. I shoot a lot of video in 60. But when I first started working with 4K video technology, I got my AX53 about 5 years ago, and it was kind of new at the time, and or newer, and a lot of computers wouldn't handle the files. Like I got a gaming laptop because everyone told me I needed a higher processing speed to work with the 4K files, and I found that out to be true. And and so now today I work on an iMac, and it actually handles the 4K pretty well. I don't know how it would handle 8K. I need to look into that. Two metal for you regarding the roundups. Sweetwater happened this year. Um, Walnut Springs, Texas happened this year. Oglesby, Texas was called off. I don't know about Freer. I think Freer is around this time, and I'm not in touch with anyone down there. The pandemic, actually, what I found out from people I know who go to the hunts and attend the hunts is that a lot of people remember in February when Texas had that great big power outage, and like Texas and Oklahoma got hit by the snow. Chris, thank you for stopping in. Everybody go check out Chris Osborne Adventures. He's a great guy. Makes a great video, and he was one of the first reasons why I wanted to work in 4K. But but what happened this February is we all know that in Oklahoma rattlesnakes have an actual hunting season. We what we also know is Texas, they gas them all winter long. They go out when it's still cold. They gas them, snag them while they're cold. In February in Texas, there was a major power outage for like a week. Like all across like South Central Texas, areas that normally do not see those kinds of temperatures. A lot of people keep the rattlesnakes in their garage in boxes over the winter to turn them in at the hunts in March and in March and April, which are or February and March, which are when most of those hunts occur. And sadly, a lot of rattlesnakes didn't even make it to the roundup. They froze to death in people's garages. And that's one thing I wish Texas would do a better job of managing the hunts. If they're going to sanction and allow the hunting of these animals, I wish Texas would outlaw gassing. There's no need to gas burros. People up in Oklahoma generally don't catch as many rattlesnakes as they do in Texas, but they still catch enough to have the show. And I may not agree with them having the show, but it's like even the Oklahoma hunts that I heard about this this spring had like hunts that normally take 500-600 pounds of snakes were taking 150 pounds of snakes, and I don't know that um, that was all the weather. I think some of it was the weather because our hunting season starts in March. Most of the hunters in Oklahoma do actually obey the laws. They do eat the meat and they sell the meat, and there's a demand for it. They sell the gallbladders. There's there's a market for that. Some of them better than others, I'll say that. In the end, it gets to commercial harvest of a reptile species, and I don't know that I'm really down with that. I mean, commercial fishing has wiped out a lot of fish populations all over the world, and a lot of things are just really, really getting bad with commercial fishing. And I don't see them wiping out the Atrox. I really don't. Kind of like what Two Metal was talking about with coyotes. People keep shooting them and they keep popping up. So is it really affecting the population or not? I think one place the roundups have been really destructive is in eastern diamondback territory, like Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. Because, no, you're fine, Two Metal. Yeah, I don't want you guys to see anything that gets my channel dinged. You got to be careful what you talk about when it comes to the pandemic or whatever it's called. But but anyway, it's just kind of a heavy subject for me. It's been a major part of my life, researching, knowing these things, looking, going, and photographing and videotaping things that I don't want to see, that I absolutely abhor. And I'm not against hunting. I can deal with like dead animals and stuff, and I can deal with eating animals. Why these people aren't farming these things is kind of beyond me, because Texans and Oklahomans, they can farm anything. I mean, I'm a believer in that. And if there's a market for these products, for the skin, for the meat, for the gallbladders and organs and stuff, sell into third world medicine, why why are they not farming these things? I would kind of almost think that they would be. But anyway, that's kind of a topic for another story. And they think it's culture. I'll go so far, Desert, as to say this is a part of their culture. It's bizarre. It's like their grandparents did it, their dad did it, their adult children, did they do it? and the eastern diamondback has really been obliterated. There's only one hunt left that takes eastern diamondbacks from the wild. It's in Opp, Alabama. They're lucky to get 20. They're lucky to get 20, 25 snakes. Yeah, I got you, DWA. Yeah, DWA. He deals with yahoos. That's why I'm glad to have him along, because I'm always safe from the yahoos when DWA is around. It's all about this right here, guys. It's all about this. This freaking deals with yahoos. Let me be the first to tell you I've witnessed it firsthand. But basically, you know, yeah, a lot of snakes, unfortunately, they were going to die anyway, probably, because most of them that make it to the roundup do die. Some leave alive and are sold to collectors and other people. But we do know that in Texas, they're hunted throughout the winter. I know some of the people who hunt them. They've told me this. They've shown me pictures of it. I know it's true. But literally, they had, 10 boxes of rattlesnakes die in their garage from the temperatures and the power outages, which were unprecedented in Texas this winter. In Oklahoma too, Oklahoma City, central and southwest Oklahoma got hit by that same storm complex, and I wouldn't doubt that if someone was saving rattlesnakes from last year, I wouldn't doubt that took a lot of theirs out. But anyway, I'm going to close it up pretty quick because I don't want to be Black Rose Jen. Turn the hat back around now. My girl Jen is in the house. Love you, Jen. I'm wanting to get out to your neck of the woods soon because I need to borrow your land. I've got some film stuff I need to do, and I need to get some B-roll footage. I need to come out and see you, Jen, so I need to text you or something. I think texting is the way to go. I think you hate Messenger. But either way, yeah, that's true, Homestead. The timbers in the eastern Diamondbacks in like Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, and Georgia been obliterated for roundups, and they don't have as much habitat as like what exists in West Texas, New Mexico, and other places. Doug, that's a good question because we do know that Texas gassing is legal. People do eat the meat. How that works, I don't know. You would think people would get sick. They do it with fumes. I've seen people actually do it. Some hunters have been gracious enough to allow me to film them in the act of doing this. And I can say that maybe at one time in history they dumped 20 gallons of gas down every rattlesnake burrow. That's not what they're doing today. They are using a small amount of gas, and probably because of rising gas prices. And the fumes alone will drive the rattlesnake out. They shoot it into the back of the burrow from like one cranny. The snakes come out the front. Another hunter grabs them, throws them in a box. They're half delirious from the gas. And I don't like it. I'm like, man, if you can't hunt rattlesnakes without shooting chemicals in the ground, in my opinion, you don't need to do it. I'm kind of at my point where I'm kind of at peace with people just hunting them with snake hooks and tongs. And you catch less snakes that way. There's no doubt that less snakes are caught in Oklahoma where gassing is illegal and it is seriously enforced. So kudos to ODWC for that. But they do collect fewer rattlesnakes in Oklahoma, but they do it the right way, in my opinion. If you're going to hunt them, that's the way to do it. You got to do it without chemicals. Love you too, Jen. I'm going to get out there. I've got a bad case of gout I'm fighting, and I've got to replace an alternator in my truck this week. So I'm looking at like the next 2-3 weeks, hopefully getting out your way to do some crazy things. DWA, they're probably going to keep their den sites under wraps, because you really have to know someone to get in on a hunt with them. Once again, it's kind of like fishing. It's a lot of it takes place on private land. They get permission from the landowner to be there. Texas allows 210 gallons of gas to be dispersed at any site in the name of pest control. That's the way Texas Parks and Wildlife runs things. Hey, I'm glad in Oklahoma it's illegal. The other flip side of the argument is, as much as we don't like the roundups, or this kind of the excessive amounts of snakes taken at roundups, like DWA said, Atrox are literally, they have good stable populations throughout most of their habitat. They're not generally hunted often in New Mexico and Arizona that I know about, or Southern California. I think if they range into Southern California, can't remember if Atrox go into Southern California or Nevada, but and the roundups are dying out. They're shrinking. The roundups are going to go extinct before the Western Diamondback does. It's definitely my opinion. Yeah, gout sucks. I mean, it freaking sucks. I can barely get in my car, and I've got it in my right foot. Doug, Doug's Monsters. I've got it in my right foot, and I drive with my right foot. So it's really, I have to walk on my heel, walk on the inside of my foot, and do stuff like that, to to do anything. And I was wanting to get more herping done this week. Then I thought, well, since I have gout and since I've got all this other stuff, I might as well, stay home and try and knock some of this stuff out. But basically, I've made some jokes about lamps that I'm just joking about. I don't really run over lamps. I don't run over king snakes. It was a joke, because king snakes kill the good venomous snakes, so we got to kill the king snakes. Total joke. I don't kill any snakes. I love all snakes. Exactly. You've used your hill to drive. I know the feeling. Yes, I feel like I want to. Desert, let me put it to you like this. I thought about taking out my pistol earlier tonight and shooting myself in my big toe. That's what it feels like. I mean, the pain is excruciating. I have medicine I take to keep it under control, but that's like hell on your stomach lining. So, it's kind of, I generally get to be in a lot of pain before. Yeah, I mean, literally, you feel like smashing your big toe with a hammer or something. And gout sucks. But so I'm trying to get some adult stuff done at the house. So like next week, if the weather's still like this week, it's good. I can be out there more. Hopefully the gout I recover from. But Black Rose Gin, I'm going to get out west soon. If I have to buy a new car, I mean, I'm just like, normally, yeah, we'll do a video. If I shoot myself in the toe to get rid of my gout pain, to metal, and nothing would be more metal than that. I'll do a video of it, and then YouTube will yank my channel. So no, I might do a video of it and do it private, or make it unlisted. I don't know, because I get dinged on unlisted videos. I did an unlisted video of my nephew's wedding, or my wife's nephew's wedding, and there was background music of Signed, Sealed, Delivered by Stevie Wonder that they played when everyone walked in, and I uploaded it as an unlisted video because I was just going to send the link to him and say, hey, do you like this video? Do you want me to slap it on a hard drive? And, I was going to like spruce it up a little, edit out some of the fluff, and get it together for them. And I uploaded it as an unlisted video. 3 people in the world have seen it, and I got a copyright strike because it had a video, because it picked up on the music that was very much in the background. It wasn't like I laid down the track. the audio track on the tape, and it was like you hear this music in the background, and like somehow the artificial intelligence or something picked it up, and I got a copyright strike for it. Jen, if you're still with me, can I text you after this live, which is going to be ending shortly? Let me know. Please shoot me an answer. Because I don't want to text you late at night because I can't remember what your work schedule. Okay, gotcha. I'm going to shoot you a text when this live's over. It's going to be over in 5 minutes. Getting back to it, gang, tonight, I've made some jokes about killing king snakes because they eat the good venomous snakes. It's just a joke. I'm not being serious. It's just me and my crazy sense of humor. The government, to me, should not be paying people to kill wildlife. End of story. Beavers, otters, coyotes, whatever. This is their home too. It sucks. QT or die. I'm down. Quick trip or death. Definitely. But I don't think our government should be spending the kind of money it is to kill almost 3 million animals like they did in 2014 and every subsequent year since, and for several years before. People don't know this stuff is going on. And this is kind of a bit of a downer live for me to cover, but yet I think it's still an important one, and some people don't know about it. So if I've opened a few eyes tonight, a handful of eyes got some perspective from the other side of the world, this is a win in my book. But anyway, and I'm trying to archive footage of my dad and some family footage and stuff that 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 I need to kind of get stored. Once again, that's a little bit on the personal side. It's not video footage I'm going to release, but I'm going to get out of here and be working on that later tonight because I'm not even remotely tired. I should be. I also have a sleep disorder. Any of you who know me know that I have a sleep disorder. I have apnea, and so I have to use a machine to sleep. But I also have to calm my butt down for freaking 15, 20 minutes to go to sleep, and I don't calm down easily. I'm wound up and I'm excited. I love life. I want to live life. I want to go big. I want to go out and herp. I want to go do all this. And if I can't go herp like tonight, I can sit on my front porch and wait and see if any snakes crawl up on it. And luckily tonight that happened. I also got another bark scorpion. It's really cool. I'm DWA. If I find another Heroes, I'm going to set it back for you. If I'm going to see you before long, I don't want to get into trying to keep a Heroes alive. Let me send it to Chris and say, hey, keep this alive for Desert. I do have some other stuff for you, DWA, but let me know if you're still interested in a Heroes, because I will keep one alive. Yeah, exactly, Doug. Me and you are clones. But man, I'm going to look up the iPhone 12s because honestly, I do think 8K is where the future's going. Yeah, I'm ready for you, man. Come on out. And I would use that energy to herp if I could freaking walk on my right foot. It's just a bummer. It's almost like I wish if I had to have gout, I wish I could get my left foot because that way it's would take a lot less abuse when I drive to my herping spots. But gang, I'm going to get out of here. No, I've made some jokes that I've gotten questions about. It's just jokes. I'm never going to kill any snake, period. I love all snakes, even water snakes, garter snakes, racers. Snakes a lot of herpers call trash. I still love. I've made some bad taste jokes about killing king snakes because they eat the cool rattlesnakes. Just jokes. Can't believe some people would think I was serious. Yeah, I don't know if I can see an 8K either. 5.7 for the toe. DWA, man. Once again, maybe we could YouTube that live. Todd Autry and DWA freaking put a bullet in his toe. And then maybe the gout goes away. Who knows? Live stream that and see how quick it gets pulled. And archiving footage. So bear with me. I probably will have another short or two before long. I don't like relying on shorts. I don't like relying on lives, but yet I want to stay a little bit consistent. Um, and I want to release video on the regular. But I also kind of want, when I make a full, 5, 10, 15-minute video, I want it to be good. Because I appreciate you taking an hour or 15 minutes or 5 minutes out of your day to watch my videos. I don't take it for granted, not 1 second. That's why I try to get on your channels and I try to give you guys shout outs and I try to, support your work. If you're supporting me, I'm trying to support you. Know that. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm going to cut it here, and hopefully it all goes well, and hopefully I can get some of my stuff archived. DWA and Jen, I'm going to be in touch. Jen, I'm getting ready to text you. I do want to have some photography conversations coming up. Matter of fact, my next YouTube live I may do around this time at night, and it may be photography based. Be ready to come at me with what you're using. Where did you get it? How much did it cost? Things like that. And once again, right now, a lot of the argument I'm hearing is a DSLR or a mirrorless camera is just maybe a little bit better than the newer iPhones. I know my iPhone 11 that this is being filmed on has an incredible camera. I'd like to get some compression pictures and try things side by side. So I'm trying to do it with as little equipment as I can because I don't want to have a fortune invested in photography equipment if I'm not going to use it. So, but anyway, gang, thank you for tuning in. And if I see anything in the comments that I didn't answer, I will go back through this tomorrow. 38. Yeah, Sue, I've got a little pocket 380 that I use. 38s work wonders too. Brad Clark, I have done a diet change. I still get gout even with the diet change. I drink an immense amount of water, cherry juice. I try to stay away from red meat and pork and fish. I think I got gout because I drank so much damn beer back in the day. And beer is horrible for uric acid production in your body. It just ramps it right up there. But Jen, look for a text from me soon. You're my partner in crime. I love you bunches. I'm sad that I haven't been out your way more. Kind of planned to, just didn't work. Thank you everyone for showing up tonight. Doug's Monsters, Brad Clark, Two Metal, Desert Wolf, Benjamin Payne. Man, I appreciate you guys' support so much. Lou Boyer, Chris Osborne Adventures. Thank you, Chris, for stopping by. Chris, it's been a while since we've seen you, or since I've seen you, and I've never seen you hit one of my lives, so I'm really honored by that. Chris, I think you're an incredible filmmaker, and I can't wait to see your next production. Check out Chris Osborne Adventures. I have not got to shout him out in a while. Patrick, thanks for your shout out. I'm going to go find it and watch it right now, and I'll be in touch. Guys, thank you for watching. Have a good evening, and if there's a question that I didn't answer or something else pops up after this live, drop it in the comments below. I do keep my eye on comments after I do a live. I'm not one of those people that just ignores them, but we're right at an hour. I don't want to go over an hour. Thank you for being here. Homestead, I'll see you soon.